Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Zack Snyder made his directorial debut with the remake of Dawn of the Dead. He's returning to the zombie apocalypse with Army of the Dead. It's in theaters May 14th and will be streaming on Netflix a week later on May 21st, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Army of the Dead kicks off with a convoy of army trucks that crash into a car. Their special cargo is tipped over and unleashes a zombie onto the roads of Las Vegas. Cut to the zombie apocalypse, and the city is walled off, trapping all the zombies in the Las Vegas Strip. The government is set to drop a nuclear bomb on the city, but before that happens, a rogue team of fighters head back onto the Strip. Bautista, who you know from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, leads this group as Scott Ward. He's hired for a $50 million job from the owner of the casino to head back into the vault, grab the remaining $200 million cash, and escape via a helicopter on the roof. Now, his team has this set time frame to pull off the heist, and of course must fend off a horde of zombies on their way in. The ensemble with Dave Bautista includes Garrett Dillahunt, Ella Purnell, Raul Castillo, and Tig Notaro. Zack Snyder has spent the last decade working on DC films for Warner Brothers. Army of the Dead marks the first time that he's really branched out to something different since then. Now, this is a separate zombie story and isn't meant to be a sequel to Dawn of the Dead. While I feel like Warner Brothers was very constructive on him, I get the impression from the overall tone and vibe that Netflix gave him far more creative control. Snyder wrote, directed, produced, and was his own cinematographer on the film. He creates an exciting opening sequence that previews the carnage at hand, and there's no shortage of blood involved. I mean, this is a zombie movie after all, and Snyder pairs that with the traditional Las Vegas heist. Think Ocean's 11 meets The Walking Dead. Now, having a decimated Las Vegas provides a really unique aesthetic as a piece of Americana with its greed and capitalism that's now destroyed, and the final humans still desperate for that remaining cash on hand. There are stressful moments where any wrong move could awaken these hibernating zombies. Now, some people have criticized Snyder's DC films for being too serious, and I think that you'll see a more playful side to Snyder with Army of the Dead. There are alpha male zombies going after a group of humans with their many alpha males in this group. Of course, some of them turn on each other in the name of money and survival. Then there's a zombie tiger who we find out is one of Siegfried and Roy's tigers. And at one point, you're really rooting for the zombie tiger to kill Garrett Dillahunt's character. Now, this all sounds ridiculous, but this is a zombie movie first and foremost. Snyder brings in a little humanity with Dave Bautista's character, who is hoping to rebuild the relationship that he has with his daughter, who's also a part of this crew. Themes of fathers and their children should come as no surprise to Snyder fans, and it gives Bautista more to dig into than just being the tough action hero of the film. Tig Notaro is another standout in the film. Notaro brings her dry sense of humor to her character, who is tasked with flying the helicopter away from the casino. Now, in true Snyder fashion, there are plenty of slow-mo action shots, and it runs longer than necessary at 2.5 hours. Army of the Dead could mean another new franchise for Snyder, which I'm definitely open to. I'm giving Army of the Dead 3.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I got other movie reviews, as well as my appearances on Twin Cities Live, and I got to interview Zack Snyder, not for this movie, but for Zack Snyder's Justice League, so you'll definitely want to check out that interview. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, at Paul's Movie Trip, and then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of Army of the Dead. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.